Scott, you clinched the series today. Offense looked really efficient. I mean, is that how you saw things unfold?
Yeah, I did. The last 2 days we've been behind before we ever stepped to the plate. And today, Nico did a great job, 3 up, 3 down, top of the first. And Wilkes delivers with a 2-run backside home run to put us up two runs and keep the momentum that we created from yesterday and even that series. So I thought we had some really good at-bats, but I think you look at Nico's performance and covering 7 innings, 11 strikeouts and 2 walks, only 3 hits and 1 run. Another very quality start out of that young man. Had a great 92 to 95 fastball with a cutter change-up mix off from that. And the only time he really got in trouble was when he created it himself on some hit pitches or hit batters. And but I think that you can attest that to the ball being wet. There was a couple of innings where he was on the mound and the rain started coming down and made it kind of slick. So I think that was probably what you could attribute it to.
Could you just talk about how he was able to bounce back after that second inning, not really allowing too many threats?
Yeah, he pitched it around that. He kind of created that situation for him. And it was the strikeouts. The strikeouts is what got him out of it. The inability of them being able to put the ball in play and score a run. So credit him for that for sure.
Slade Wilkes had a big day for you guys, 2 for 3, the dinger, and he stole home on top of that.
Go home. We did a steal stop situation, tried to steal one there, so worked out well for us. And it was a big run. It was a 4th run, I believe, in that 2-run inning as well. So down or up 2-1 after they scored that one. It was good to scratch for that second run in the 4th of the game.
You have to be pleased with how your team responds after Friday, as well as just deals with the rain today.
Yeah, I like Valpo's team. I don't know how much pitching down the stretch that they have, with that, but I thought their starters yesterday and Friday did pretty well. We didn't do enough to adjust on it on Friday, but boy, I'll tell you what, offensively, they had a great plan against Tanner. Their swings played really well and against him, and credit them on Friday for coming in here and realizing that it was a big game for everybody, and they took control of it and won it.
I thought the biggest thing today was I think you guys were 3 for 4 with a runner on third with less than 2 outs today. Yeah.
Well, it was good to get a couple of sac flies. I think Sarge and Tate Parker both had sac flies in those situations. We missed on another one where we should have been able to get something, and you hate missing because you never know when that's going to come back to get you. But glad to see Ewing hit the 3-run double with 2 outs there in the 8th inning, and that kind of broke it open for us. So kind of made you breathe a little bit easier.
Yeah, we saw Parker in left field and Ewing in right field again today. Is that kind of a lineup that you like?
Yeah, I kind of do, to be honest with you. So. There's still a lot of pieces of that puzzle that will be put into play as we move along. But I think those 2 guys, I'm looking for just the toughest 9 guys to put out there, and to help us win a baseball game. And that was the message coming out of Friday night, and we'll just continue to search for those guys.
Is it more to do with Ewing's strengths or Peto's struggles?
No, I think it's it could be a balance of a little bit of both, but also Peto's been struggling, so maybe he needs a break, just like that time Sarge needs a break. Sometimes you have to sit and think about it a little bit, clear your mind before you can move forward with it. So we've got some depth in that outfield, and we knew that going in. I remember people saying, "How are you going to get all these bats in the lineup?" And that's a good problem to have. So. When obviously there's one struggling, you have the ability to fall on to another one back. You got insurance on it, and that's what depth's all about.
Any idea who you start for the midweek this week?
Don't know. Honestly, we'll announce that tomorrow. So.